Hello and welcome to another episode of Pokémath. My name is Stefan Eriksson and today we're hit episode number 50. Believe it or not, this is the 50th episode of this Pokémath series. And today we are trying to answer, emphasis on trying, to answer a question I find very interesting. Suppose you want to collect an entire set. Take Fusion Strike as you see here. How many packs do you actually have to buy on average to be able to hit every single card in the set? Well, answer could be a lot, and we can also get a more precise answer. Remember, just an estimate coming up, but at least I think this will be a nice, easy to use formula for you guys at home so you can also try it yourself. So, I already told you which set we're going to use, but just to be clear, we're going to be trying to collect Fusion Strike, the newest set that we currently have. I know at this time here there's maybe just a month away for the following set, but what makes Fusion Strike so interesting is that it's a very large set. If I'm not mistaken, the biggest set we ever had. It contains 284 cards, including all the secret rares. I believe the numbers stop at 264, so it's 20 above the numbers. And yeah, that's a lot. So that's what we're actually trying to collect. And you may already have your own guesses, and let's see if they line up what we come up with here. So how we're going to do it? First, we have some assumptions, of course, because your model is only as good as your assumptions. So let's start with you hit the most difficult cards. That's what we're going to be trying here. So we assume if you hit what is to be the most difficult group of cards, we assume you hit the rest. So in other words to say, if we hit all the secret rares or whatever we decide here, we got all the commons, uncommons and rares along the way. That should at least be our to-go assumption. And then we also have to assume what are the most difficult cards to get in Fusion Strike. And based on some quick internet research, we have found out, or I have gotten to the point here, that we go for the alternate art VMAX secret rares. And what are those now again? We got the Gengar, we got the Espeon, we got the Inteleon, and we got the Mew. Those four will comprise of the 4 most difficult to get cards in the set. And you may disagree, you may agree, but let me know in the comment section below. And assuming we need to hit those 4, well, what's the pull rate? And this is where I just jumped ahead and went on Reddit and found out, hey, there's this guy who made a little statistical analysis by himself, and that's super good, so thank you very much for this. I hope you don't mind, I'm just going to borrow it. I will link to it below so everybody can go and check it out. And what is important here is that the estimate here is that these cards below here, not all of them, but the highest one will have 1 out of 300 per pack. What does that mean? That means you have to, on average, open 300 packs to hit one of those 4 down there. And well, that already sounds like a lot, but trust me, we're going to get a lot higher than 300 packs. So with assumptions in place, how are we actually going to do it? And you see a very complicated formula over there. And what you need to know about this, not going to make this very, very difficult for you. What we need to know is this an infinite sum. And how do you calculate the sum of an infinite sum? What you would know if you have studied a little math or just a little quick on the Google, yes, I said that, then you can see that this is a geometric series. You can also just go back and check Pokémath episode number 4. Yes, number 4. And there you can check out how we calculate the sum of infinite series, because we actually did that there in a very user-friendly way. In short, we just apply math rules and we get the following. We get that this infinite sum reduces to p multiplies by 1 over p squared, which of course p and p squared will cancel out, and we are left with 1 over p being our pull rate. So all we have to do is say 1 over our pull rate. That's pretty simple actually. Inserting that, well, you get 1 over 300 and you get 300 packs. So on average to hit 300 packs. That should come as no surprise because that's basically what the pull rate actually means. So at this point you may say, but you really haven't figured out anything yet, have you? Well, we got into a formula we can use to hit the rest of the cards as well, because now we need to simply just go it for card number 2, 3, and 4. And the point here, all we need to know, and that's what we figured out, we only need to know the pull rate, and we already got the pull rate, so let's move forward. But the thing is, now for the 3 other cards, we would have to make some adjustments, of course. And because this basically boils down to the risk or the chance, because you still get it, that even if you do hit one of these 4, you may hit the one you have already opened. And that, of course, is, it's cool if you open 2 Mews. that's cool, but your objective is to collect them all, right? So you want to hit one of each. So we need to correct for the possibility of you hitting the same you already have. And well, this is a long bit of text, but in essence, when you hit 1 out of 300 packs, you have 1 in 4 for each one of them, because we assume the same probability of each of these 4 cards to appear. And then of course, for the next one, you have to say 3 out of 4 chance that you get one you don't already have, or own in this case, right? So we need to make a correction in our formula, as you can see down here below. I've marked the correction, so you take the pull rate 1 over 300 and we multiply by 3 over 4. Because there's a 3 over 4 chance you hit one you don't have already. And this for the second card, which, doing the math, will give you 400 packs. So for the first card, 300 packs. For the second one, 400 packs. And now all we have to do is just adjust this correction for the third and the fourth card. For the third card, we get 2 out of 4, so a half. And for the final card, a quarter, 1 over 4. And then you can simply do the same calculation 2 more times. We've added it all up here for you. So now we can see here we got 300, 400, and for 600 and 1200 for the last one on average. You add all these up and we get a nice round number of 2500 packs. There it is. On average, at least for this estimate here, we get 2500 packs you would have to open a Fusion Strike in order to have the entire set. And we could just stop here. But now it's just getting really interesting, because now we can look at how much this is actually going to cost. And for those viewing out here, I'm going to be using the Dutch prices because I'm situated in the Netherlands. So we are using the euros here in the Netherlands, for those who are not aware. So I'm going to be calculating this in euros. You can of course just use any currency converter to get it in dollars or whatever you prefer. So we can go, if I go to Intertoys, common toy store here in the Netherlands that sells Pokemon product as well, they will cost €6.99 a pack. And this of course is the price on the day I'm recording this. And well, that could change since then, but not likely to go down. It's actually only gone up. So €6.99. For any Americans watching this, or anybody not using the euro, check that out. What this is in dollars, this is not cheap. Feel happy that your prices are a lot cheaper over on the other side of the ocean. So if we go there, we buy the 2500 packs for €6.99 and we get 17,745 euros. That's a lot of money. We can also go to a cheaper store, of course. So I'm just looking at single packs here. Of course, we assume we just buy any single packs, be it blisters, product, whatever, just single packs. So here I buy 2500 for the lower price of €5.25, and then it reduces all the way down to 13,125 euros. That's a large saving, that's for sure, but it's still very expensive. So let's move forward and actually buy booster boxes, because we all know by buying booster boxes you get a lot cheaper. At least that's what the assumption is. You can calculate, we're rounding up here, and we say that we need around 70 booster boxes. It's 69 point something, but we're rounding off because you cannot buy half boxes or something. So we're buying 70 booster boxes. Then you have a little extra. In this case here, you find the highest price, which I just go to bol.com. That's I would call it a very standard Dutch website that pretty much has everything. So you go there and buy for their price, which is, well, expensive. So it's 175.95 for a booster box, and it gives us 12,316.5 euros doing it this way for buying 70 boxes. It's still cheaper than single packs, but not a lot. So what if I go to another site where I found it cheaper, MetaGeeks for instance, and here I buy it again 70 for now the price of 137.95, and this amounts to, well, now less than 10,000 euros. It's something, I guess. So now we're down at 9,656.5 euros. Sure, we can take it a step further, and then we can just go and buy 12 cases. It's 11 point something cases, but normally in a store sense you don't buy cases, so I'm not going to calculate for that, but you can just try it out. Just find your price for a case, times that by 12, and you have the estimated price of opening everything. And yeah, whatever you do, it's going to be expensive. So of course there's some caveats. There's always something, right? And of course, we assume, first of all, that the pull rate is the same for all the cards we want. So for all those 4 cards we have, we assume the same pull rate, which in fact, they may be slightly different. And as you see in the link below for this Reddit research I linked to, they're not quite the same, so I took the hardest one. And what you see here, the number of packs you need to open heavily depends on how many cards you need to hit. You could assume instead of the 4 alternate arts, you can go for all rainbows. And then we suddenly sit with, 11 cards, I believe, but correct me if I'm wrong. And then, of course, the number will get a lot higher than just 2,500. You can simply just try it out. But then again, this is just an estimate. And with that said, what did we actually learn today? So let's go and check that out, shall we? So for this episode here today, how many packs do you need to buy? Well, answer is 2,500 or about 70 displays. And assuming this is under the assumption that you only have to hit the most difficult cards in the set. Once you hit those 4, in this case, you hit the rest. And of course, only input needed here is the pull rate of these cards. So it only needs 1 input, which makes the formula incredibly simple. And of course, if you buy this in single packs, you will get it for 1,325. And if by displays, we're looking at 9,656.5. But let me emphasize one last time, this is just an estimate. If you have a better guess, well, let me know. And this was all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this class in Stefan's classroom. And well, I hope to see you back for another class in Stefan's classroom. Have a great day, and until next time.